All right, yo, what's up? My name's Petrowski, and today on stream, I wanted to make a quick shiny Shedinja hunting guide. This is an extremely unique shiny to hunt in Pokemon, and extremely rare. Usually, if you go check on the GTL, there won't be any on there, but if you want to see it, let's go ahead and see if we can randomly find one. Thankfully, there actually is one to show off today. So, you look at shiny Shedinja, and you think, why would you even want this thing? It's not that crazy of a good-looking shiny. Honestly, the main reason people go for shiny Shedinja is just how difficult it is to hunt and how respected it is, right? So the only way you can get Shedinja encounters is by evolving a Nincada and having an empty party space and a Pokeball in your party at the time of evolving it. Does that make sense? Kind of, not really. Let me show you a quick example. So here I have a bunch of level 18 and 19 Nincadas, and then here I have some that are lower level, and this is important. I'll show you why it's important and why this is the case here in a split second, and the actual proper way to efficiently hunt, but let's just cover the basics. I have plenty of Pokeballs in my bag, 2200. I have an open party space. I'm going to go ahead and use an XP Candy large. Let's do a medium. XP Candy medium. Now that's pretty important. So we're going to use an XP Candy medium. That's going to give this thing 2 levels. That's going to evolve the Nincada. It's going to try to learn some moves. It's going to go ahead and go through its evolution. There's the evolution into a Ninjask, and upon that evolution, it also throws a Shedinja into my party. Now, this is the only way to encounter shiny Shedinja. It has a similar, exact same shiny rate as other Pokemon in Pokemon, 1 out of 30,000. So if you evolve 30,000 Nincadas, then on average, you'll find a Shedinja. This is very rare, though. You don't see it very often. And you cannot, I repeat, you cannot evolve a shiny Nincada and get both a shiny Ninjask and a Shedinja. If you evolve a shiny Nincada, you'll get the shiny Ninjask as per normal, but the Shedinja is treated as its own entity and its own unique, weird Pokemon. So you have to shiny hunt it via this method, which makes it extremely strange. All right, now that we covered how you hunt Shedinja, let's cover how to actually do it efficiently. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be an extremely expensive hunt. Extremely expensive. I'm talking hundreds of millions. We're going to use the help of our trusty calculator to go ahead and calculate this cost. We're looking at 4,000 Pokeyen per Nincada, so that's a minimum right there of 30,000 times 4,000 Pokeyen. That's 120 mil right there. However, we're not finished. We're going to be using a lot of XP candies on this hunt, unfortunately. And XP candies are pretty expensive, usually costing around 5K or so a piece, but it depends, obviously, at the current time. Let's go ahead and check. XP candy larges are around 5K. Mediums are also around that price, but a little cheaper at 4,500. Now, you're going to have to use 1 XP candy large and 1 XP candy medium per Nincada. So, that's actually going to take our cost per Shedinja encounter to 4,000 for the Nincada, and then 4,500 for an XP Candy medium. I can't type math. 8,500 total right now. Then we're going to do plus around 4,900 for the XP Candy larges. That can be 5K or so. It can, you can even out whatever, right? So it's going to be 13,000 Pokeyen per Shedinja encounter. That's also not including Donor Status or Shiny Charm. Now, we take this number, we multiply that by the 30,000 encounters on average you'll need, and that leaves us with a total average cost of the shiny Shedinja hunt to be 402 million Pokeyen. This is not a hunt for everybody. It also takes a lot of time. We can try to go ahead and guesstimate the time, but it's honestly a little tough. Now, the time is a little tough to guesstimate because you have some sort of in-between box work similar to egg hunting, where you're leveling up these Nincadas before actually actively hunting and popping charm and stuff. I'll explain that once again. I'll get to that in a split second. There's a lot of things to talk about. It's a complicated shunt. The way you would calculate time is you would understand the amount of encounters per hour. Now, you can get around 130 encounters per hour using log-out strategies, and I will explain that in this video because I think it's the most important way to shiny hunt Shedinja, and I really recommend it. Having custom strings and logout shunting is crucial for this shiny hunt. So we're going to do 130 encounters per hour, but we have a lot of that box work time. So we're actually going to cut this around in half. I'm going to guesstimate it and say you get around 80, maybe like 70 to 80 encounters per hour when you include the timing for the setting up, because it actually does take a long time to set up all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do 80 encounters per hour. We're going to do 30,000 divided by 80. On guesstimation, it'll take you around 375 hours for this hunt, which is not that bad, hilariously, when this hunt used to be tens of thousands of hours when having to do it via ×5 horde training. Like, the old strategy for this shunt used to be go XP train the Ninkadas at ×5 hordes with Tentacruels, and you would end up getting like 20 shiny Tentacruels on the way to the Shedinja. However, it would take you tens of thousands of hours. Now you can skip it by paying a bunch of Poke-Yen with the XP candies, spend 400 million Poke-Yen, a lot of Poke-Yen, but it'll save you thousands and thousands of hours. So it's super, super worth it. TLDR, around 400 million Poke-Yen cost, and then a 375 hour hunt on average. Let's break down the efficient way to actually shunt this Pokemon. All right, first things first, we have step one. Step one is going to be preparing about 2.5 to 3 full boxes of Nincada. Now, I don't have that, so I'm not going to show you guys that. My boxes are full of a bunch of other stuff at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys with these 5 Nincada. So you want to prepare around 2 to 3 boxes, around 130 or so Nincada, maybe 150 if you're really fast and want to have extra, you know, just in case. And you want to go ahead and use XP Candy Larges on each of these Nincada to get them up to level 18/19. The reason you do this off of Shiny Charm, to not waste time, is you can go ahead and prep all of these ahead of time, and then essentially, once they're all at level 18/19, now you can just go ahead and click one little medium candy on them and do it in that order. Versus if I were to try to do this on Shiny Charm, I would go ahead, I would use an XP large candy, and then I would have to use another XP candy medium, and you're wasting time. There's no reason to do that on a Shiny Charm. You really want to get max value. So make sure to go ahead and prep all of your Ninkadas, getting them all up to a higher level, ready to be evolved before you pop a Shiny Charm. That's the preparation, getting 3 boxes or so of Ninkadas up to level 18. And then here comes the fancy part. This becomes logout strats. I'm going to be hiding my username just for protective reasonings. This is where things get a little funky. This is going to be the most efficient way to shiny hunt Nincada. I'm going to show you. What you want to do is you want to get inventories of 3 Nincada like this. Then you want to go ahead and use your XP candy like this. You're going to go ahead and cancel the moves. You're then going to wait in the evolution until the cancel button goes away, okay? Let me shrink chat so you guys can see that better. You see the cancel button in the bottom right corner here? You're going to wait until that goes away. You're going to prep your logout. You're going to log out. You're going to log back in. And now that just saved you a ton of time. Now you may ask, well, you know, you didn't really skip the evolve animation. How did that skip you time? Let me show you why that skipped you time. The reason that skipped you time is not because of skipping the evolving animation. It's skipping all of the learn moves. You have to learn a ton of moves when evolving Shedinja. So I'm gonna not log out here so you guys can see. Double team, cancel, Screech, cancel, Fury Cutter. Can't, like, you unironically, you go from doing around 90 encounters per hour if you don't do logout strat to 130 if you do logout strat. It is a ridiculous increase on encounters per hour. So I cannot recommend you enough. If you do this hunt, I really strongly recommend you use logout strats. The only downside, only other downside is that you can't actually be in a Shiny Charm with friends while you do this, because if you're in the charm, you're going to constantly be logging in and out and sort of canceling the leaving the charm and kind of messing up the charm. So that's unfortunate. And then number 2, you'll also be spamming your team chat with constant login and logouts, which sucks, but God, if your team is an efficient shunter, they'll understand. It is so much better to go ahead and do it this way, in my opinion. All right, but I believe that's everything I needed to cover. If I missed anything, make sure to let me know in the comments. Like this video if it was helpful. Subscribe for daily Pokemon videos. Check out streams like this one Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do go a very long way and allow me to make videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video all the way to the end. I really appreciate that, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. And I also want to quickly say extra thank you to everybody whose name is on this list and goes above and beyond and allows me to do what I do. Thank you very much. Have a good one.